What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Offroad Outlaws. In today's video, we're going to be doing another Rate My Ride, and the addition for this one is actually drag cars, so let's go ahead and get this started. So the first person we have here is FCJ, and looks like they have this old muscle car. Now it does not have drag slicks on the rear. Looks like the front and rear tires are actually both sort of the same size. Now I like the stripes on the hood. It says RIP Supercharger on the side, and then looks like on the back fender it says Holly Performance, and he's got a supercharger slash blower sticking out of the hood. Now honestly, this is not my favorite one, but with the way it looks, I'm gonna have to give this one maybe a 6 to 7 out of 10. Alright guys, so we have the next vehicle here. This one is made by Code Star, and this is an El Camino. So the El Camino is blacked out. Looks like it has some exhaust sticking out of the back rear fender with flames coming out of it. And if you take a look at his hood, it looks like he actually has two blowers sticking out of the hood. As you can tell, it's kind of glitched out and there's two of them. Now taking a look at this vehicle, it does not look like it has drag slicks on it, but it looks like it's meant to go a little fast. Now I'm gonna have to give this one a 7 to 8 out of 10. Alright guys, the next vehicle here, I have no clue what to say for this person's name except for W, even though that's a nose for the face. But it looks like they have an old Mustang, and it's got small tires on the front and bigger tires on the rear, so he did sort of go for the drag look. And then he's got flames on it. Now the only thing I don't like about this vehicle are the devil horns sticking out of the hood. It doesn't look too bad on this car, but it's definitely not something I would go with. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this car with a 7 out of 10. Alright guys, we have the next vehicle here made by Psychotic Off-Roading, and as you take a look at his vehicle, it is a bright lime green. This is sort of like a highlighter lime green. Now he's got a supercharger sticking out of the hood. He's got smaller wheels on the front, and then he's got bigger wheels on the rear, so he did go correctly for the drag look. He's got a lot of sponsors on his vehicle, starting with Hoosier, and he's got AMS oil on the back rear fender along with VP Racing on the back rear fender. And then as you can tell on the side of his fender where his front tire is, he has an exhaust with flames shooting out. Now I'm not a big fan of this bright lime green, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this car an 8 out of 10 because he got everything down perfectly. Alright guys, the next vehicle we have here is made by MTZ Truckman. Now this is another green vehicle, but it is not extremely bright. I actually kind of like this one. This is sort of like a simple build. As you can tell, he has the smaller wheels on the front, and then he has the bigger drag radials on the rear. It looks like the word on his back rear fender says Venco. I'm not too sure exactly what it says or what that means, but hey, it's a sponsor. Now I'm gonna give this guy's vehicle an 8 to 9 out of 10 just because it's nice and simple, and he did go correctly for the drag look. Alright guys, the next vehicle here is made by Scuba Scott, and this is an old Nova. Looks like it is black with blue flames. Now the only problem I have with this is that both of his wheels are pretty big, and in this photo it kind of looks like his front wheels are a little bit bigger than the rear. Now Scuba Scott, if you made your front wheels smaller and skinnier to look more realistic like an actual drag vehicle, honestly I would have ended up giving you a 9 out of 10, but for your build today I'm gonna give you a 7 out of 10. Alright guys, we got the next vehicle here made by Lane Frost, and as you can tell on his hood it says Bass Pro Shop, so this is sort of like a Bass Pro type of build. He's got the exhaust sticking out of the side. He's got the smaller tires on the front and the bigger tires on the rear with a number 99 on the door. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy a 9 out of 10 because I like this simple build, and I like how he's got it sponsored by Bass Pro Shop, and he's got the wheels and everything down to T, so good job. Alright guys, we got the next vehicle here. This one is made by Steve, and as you can tell, this is an old Bel Air, and I would not consider this as a drag vehicle. The only thing I would consider this as is maybe like a sand drag type of vehicle. Now if he's going for sand drags, he did an extremely good job at it, but since we're going for straight up drag racing, I'm gonna have to give this dude a 6 out of 10. Alright guys, we got the next vehicle here, and this is a Mustang made by Holg Zach 6. Now I like this simple custom coloring that he did to it. It actually kind of looks pretty good. Good job with that, dude. And he did have the smaller wheels on the front. Now they're not as skinny as I would like them to be, but they are smaller than the rear wheels, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this dude an 8 out of 10. Good job, Holg. Alright guys, the next vehicle here is made by Augstian. Now I'm not too sure if I pronounced that right. ahead and let me know down below in the comments if I did or not. Now this is just a simple build. Actually, this car looks to be completely stock, so there's really nothing for me to say about it. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this vehicle honestly a 4 or 5 out of 10. Alright guys, this is the last vehicle here made by Unannounced 9. Now honestly, this is my favorite vehicle. If any of y'all play Call of Duty Zombies, you would know of the camo called the Ether camo, the dark ether. That's what this purple sort of reminds me of, so I really like this build. And he actually has a skinny on the front and the big tires on the rear, so this dude actually did it down to the T. Honestly, Unannounced, favorite build so far for this drag racing. I'm gonna have to give you honestly a 9 to 10 out of 10. So guys, if you want to enter into this competition, go ahead and go to my Discord down below in my description. Go to Rate My Ride section, read the rules and agreement, read the theme, and then go ahead and submit. Besides that guys, please be sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications.
Weekend,